you're not. Spotters not, you're not. Fatu network not. So kuge news bulet Fatu network nyon. Aniko tunya ke so Fatu network nyon. Sport news, Heroes Award, yup you best. Pare Galen, Fatu network nyon. Nakala, Fatu network nakala. Jarud like voice network da papa. Nyadi long, Fatu network nyadi long. Kibaro betema oda male bejang. Kibaro betema, mobile de teba. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Fatu na network. No so yeah. Fatu na network. Tonya keso no funny afo. Hey Fatu style, check out Google 5-star. Ibar you let Fatu limla walu wodla. Freedom fighter CEO, mom jigenda. So buge news bulet Fatu network nyona. Nakala, Fatu network nakala. Gobangi ba, Gambia be Canada. Udegula, lidua hikanara. Chengalama yo Fatu kamara.
Hello viewers, welcome to this special interview with me, Dauda Balde, at the Fatu Network. Today, my guest on this platform is a Gambian residing in the diaspora, but we will not be mentioning his or her name due to some issues because the topic of discussion is a matter that is involving family. So therefore, we will not be mentioning his name, neither reveal his identity, but be with us as we bring you these interesting and insightful stories that are happening, and then this individual will take us through the issues that he has been going through. And now, sir, welcome to the Fatu Network.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your invitation to this platform today.
Thank you very much. And viewers, now you can be with us. Just to remind you that this is the Fatu Network you are watching, Gambia's biggest online platform. And sir, we understand that as the topic unfolds, that we are talking about an issue here that is between you and the family. First, you will tell us, why do you want to talk about this issue?
Well, first of all, I want to talk about this issue in this platform to create awareness for others, and then to protect. I don't wish any other person to go through what I'm presently going through, but then for them to learn from it, and then if it happens to any other person, then people can listen to them and understand this has happened before to another one. And of course, this one also we have to listen carefully and then to put the dots together to understand anything can happen in this world. No matter from where, from who. So that's why I want to bring this as an education for others.
That sounds great. And you said you've been going through a lot regarding family issues. First, tell us, what have you been experiencing over the years?
My experience began in 2014. Of course, in 2014, it was okay because this was the time that I started constructing a compound for my family. So upon completion of this construction, I traveled to Europe with my wife. And that was after the completion in 2014, then 15 I traveled. But upon arriving here in Europe, I began to feel some stomach issues, which I have been going to hospitals here for several times from 2015 to 2023. But then whenever I go to the hospital, they used to explain, yeah, we cannot find anything, we cannot find anything. But then I myself used to feel like a type of a rumbling in my lower abdomen and in my whole stomach. So in the end, whenever I was invited at the hospital, in the end I rejected it because for them, they were thinking that maybe I have some mental problem. because when they use their they call it coloscopy here, and then the other one is called I cannot remember the name. But then they have been taking like those type of CTs and everything to find out what is wrong with me, but they could not find anything. So they think that I was mad. Then I also decided to stop going to the hospital, and then trying the black way, which is what they call vaginal renewal. So doing this vaginal renewal from 2015 to date, what they used to tell me is your challenge, kula ko def, mo ngi sa ron tànkay te soo deyoon tey moo laa jëkkaa jooy. But then I have been ignoring this because li olof bi dee wax ne junju doy na borom xel wala wax bu egga dafa ko moom. So in a nutshell, they were trying to tell me that this is your family. But then I could never believe, after everything I have done for my family, I never believed that my family would do that to me. So I continue struggling with this, going up and down, up and down, up and down, but to no avail. And all of a sudden, by chance, last year, a dream came to me. It was in a broad daylight. Came to me instructing me to do a type of a charity. So then I decided to buy a ticket from Europe here and then travel to Gambia to go and do that charity. But then when I came to Gambia again, I ignored the charity. I thought that I was only talking to myself. So it came again to me to tell me, you have to do this charity. You want to know what is happening. So then I decided to go and buy this charity and do it. But after doing the charity, I did it today. Then the next day, it was like something was forcing me to go to this said compound. So we went there. My mother was sitting. My stepdad was there, and my brother, is about maybe 30 years old, and the rest of my nieces and nephews. So then I began to, because this compound, when I built it, the yard, the whole yard was concrete and tiled. And if you can see among the photos, all the jujus that I removed from there were placed on the ground where I put those photos as an evidence. So when I removed these things, on that particular day, my stepdad did not say anything. My mother did not say anything. Then I went with the things back to Serekunda. So when I went to Serekunda, because I removed them, this was in the rainy season last year, October. So they were wet. I had to keep them overnight so that they can dry up because they were paper, so that I could unfold it, like open it, so that I can see what is the text written on the papers. So when I went home with them, then I kept it overnight. They were dry, and then I opened them with another by another marabu to explain me exactly what was written there. So when we opened it, the marabu said to me in a nutshell, their wish was for you to die. That is one thing that I can tell you. Because in this paper that you can see, the brown paper, you can see it was in a pot. In that pot, you can see there were needles attached in it, like that. They were 7 needles. So when he opened it, he said this one was only the purpose for this one was to send diseases in you, and this disease will be incurable. And then he said for the other one, he said they have used an ayah or a verse in the Quran, which is pronounced as "Fahrik min hafa innaka rajimun." He said this was the ayah that God used to send Iblis out from heaven. I said, what? He said, yes. So he asked me again, have you had a wife who was not in good terms with your mother? I said yes. He said, okay, the name is also here, because what is written here on her behalf is, leave this compound right now or else you will die.
At this point, did the Marabu tell you exactly the name of your wife before you reveal the name to him or her?
Exactly. That is what I asked. I asked, what is the name there? And then he mentioned the name. I said, that's true. And this is a wife that everybody knows there in my family and even outside, who is even currently sick because of this. And then I confirmed that to be true to him.
This point, at this point, what was the feeling you have towards your family?
Like, unbelievable that everything that I have done, I couldn't believe. I have been told by Marabut, like I said, all these years, but I never accused anybody or say to anybody that this is what you are doing to me, and I know, because I could never believe in my life that in that compound I built, and then from top to bottom, I was the one feeding everybody with the help of God, not my power, but the help of God. And then again, I bought other places for my siblings. So I could never believe that they could be the one to to see me down like my family. But this is not my entire family, but three individuals are the one behind this, and that is my stepdad, my younger sister, and my mother.
When the Marabu revealed the names that were written on that paper, which include obviously your name and that of your wife. So what step did the Marabu ask you to do next?
Well, because this has come to an extent so serious that for them, they don't want to go deep into it. Because when this was like buried in their places, I have been to so many marabouts who used to tell me, even when you pay me $100,000, I'm not going to your home to remove this. I know what I can see. So the same for these marabouts too. They didn't introduce anything than to say to me, well, now what you can do is just try to protect yourself. And of course, this has infected you. It's in your body because it has been for so long. So all you can do is just keep taking bath, like to clean up yourself. Because and then he gave me the example that as you have removed this out, it's just an example of when you are shot by a blood gun. When you are shot by that, when you remove the bullet from your body or any part of your body, the wound will still be there. So he said, now this is what you have done. You have removed the bullet, but the wound is still there. So you have to continue taking bath, like to clean up yourself, like a form of a taking treatment. Yeah.
So, this issue, when actually did it take place and where?
This issue, yeah. Like I said, has been going on since 2014. But at 14, it wasn't active until 15 when I moved to Europe. So, and what happened is I was living with the family. Then suddenly, whenever I come to throughout these 7 8 years, whenever I come to Gambia, I cannot reside in that home without a problem. Every time of my holidays, I have to be in problem, problem, problem. So until it came a time, then I decided to leave, but it wasn't like my decision. Like, if you understand what I want to say, it wasn't like willingly, but because I have been so much in a pressure, then I decided to leave because of the ayah is also there. So when I left there, also they started all my family, like those one belongs to me directly. Also, those things were destroyed. They also went home. Everybody went home. So, and when I was coming to Gambia, sometimes I cannot have the ability to go to my family and see them. And I love my mother so much. So then, willingly, I couldn't go there. I couldn't go there. Whenever I come to Gambia and went back without going there. So even when I sometimes force myself to come, I cannot spend more than 30 minutes in that compound. I have to leave. Then I understand that my own house was given out on rental. My own house where I used to sleep was given out. All the animals that I used to have there, like sheep and rams and goats, everything was taken by them. My children also scattered everywhere. Then there's nothing I could do. I could not tell anybody because also in this jujus, in our culture, they used to say they go to Marawus and say, "Tegal gémmiñam bi su ko defee kenn du si wax." So the neighbors could see, yeah, the neighbors could see what was going on, but they couldn't like say anything about it. And also understanding that this is a family matter. So in the end, I was like helpless. There's nothing that I could do until the help of God came. That I saw it with my own eyes and removed them. And then I will tell you one of the photos where you have that bone. This bone, I am going to swear on the Holy Quran. I am here in this building. If what I am saying is a lie, make this building collapse on me. I die in this house right now, or I be set alight with fire to die here. Alone, not my child, but alone because this is myself. One day, my mother told me I was in Europe here. So my mother said to me, I was investigating her because this has been my job. So when I investigated her, she said to me, by your house, I put a bone there, but this bone is also wrapped with the leftover of this thing, a coffin, perkal. Munu mane yax bobu non yax bobu man ko takke ndesiti perkal. Munu why so that time I was in Europe. Munu when you come and plan to remove it, do not tell the people at home. I say okay, I will not tell anybody. Then I came from Europe and came to Gambia. And then I asked her, Mom, where is this thing? And then she changed her mind and said, no, that thing was for me. You can just leave it there. I said, but Mom, how can you tell me that was bad? Now again, you are telling me that is good. I said, I cannot believe that. But then I could not do much because when you raise a problem between you and your parent, you will only be the wrong one. Wow, dafa huloo ak yaayam léegi dafa am xaalis moo tax mu mel nii moo tax mu mel ne fekk was not the he who feels it knows it. I know what I was feeling at the time. And this I was not told by Marabu, but herself.
To tell you that there is something that is buried in your house that is very detrimental to you at this point. What was the discussion about until you reached a disagreement?
I only believe that was the will of God because when God is ready to do anything, He does it without asking. Yes, it's either by you killing somebody and coming again to reveal yourself. I killed him or her. So I believe that was just the help of God that she told me this, and then I was happy to hear that. So, like I said, after knowing this, I talked about it. She withdrew and then rejected the idea of me removing it. I could not do anything. I stopped it. I still continue to take my treatment, going there and back, there and back, there and back, until, like I said, in October last year. That was when I was able to get all these things. And what she said to me on that day after removing, because before, whenever I come home, if to take a cup and put it on top of a plate for anywhere, it's just a saying. You know, she will stop me. And I always accept it because understand suma wajur la. I don't know suñu amé problème dañoo wax né waaw ki dafa am xaliss comme just like I said to you in our culture. So ma bàyyi loolu. I always stop. I don't talk. So the very day that I removed this, after this charity, she was weakened and trapped by God. She was sitting when I was removing this, but she could not do anything. Until removing this, then I left and went to Serekunda. So when I went to Serekunda, that is the time that she was able to call me and start using curse words on me. You know, and what she said to me was, and then finally she said to me, why martaba dinala door, martaba dinala door. I don't know what is martaba, but martaba is like a degree. Borom xam-xam yi alquran ni dinañ xam what is martaba. Mu ne waaye martaba dinala door. Ma ne ko okay, baax na. Then my younger sister, she said to me, doo delluwaat nu nga meloon de. Yow moom doo delluwaat ni nga meloon. Ba pare doom yi nga jëkk am si amoo nga téye leen yow doo amaat doom. So
your own biological sister, right?
sister, biological mother.
because knowing that the love between a son and mother, also between a brother and sister, and you are confronted with people that you cannot willingly expose, but then you have no option, that you feel like you're helpless and hopeless. What was the feeling in you at this point when you were threatened by your own family?
My feeling was, the first feeling that I got was, why is she my mother? Why is she my mother? Why didn't she kill me from my childhood? And again, my feeling was, why at that time I got all that money? Because when I was poor, I was healthy and peaceful. I had no problem. I said, why do I get all this money to lead me to this? And why didn't I just build my home and go and live with my own family, like my wife and children there? Why do I do it for such people who in turn rebel against me without reason? Or even if they have a reason, what should that be? Again, I was again with the mind, I have to go and commit suicide because I cannot live with this. The disappointment is very, very, very great, very high. And it's from a place that you can never imagine in life that is to come from there. So not all the time when people were telling me this, I never accepted it for good 8 years. But after when I saw it with my own eyes, the of the people who has been there in my contact, I went and showed it to them. They said to me, we have told you this, but now you have found it out yourself. This is what was going on. But the intention was, especially in that paper, that written pen paper, the intention was for me to go mad. And when you put it on your page, they will comment. They will it's true. Bukan nañ pour ma li société wax wudaay pour ma génn dëkk bi génn dëkk ma dem duma ñëwaat which used to happen in our culture ma dégg ñu ne kii de moom bu mu demee ak léegi ñëwul sometimes du nekk sax. So that was also in the paper was also for me never to return there, for me to go mad, for me to die, for me to die in poverty, but not only that, but also going to my own children. So my dom is affecting them right now. So borom xam-xam yi damay wax bii moom pour borom xam-xam moo tax may wax if they are saying this, they will confirm what I'm saying is true. But for the brown paper, boobu even suma yaay si boppam wax naa ak moom téléphone munuma yow ni kenn du la ko firil ma ne ko munuma waaw ma bàyyi ko si biir because moom xam na lu fa nekk because I sold to many other people ñoom dañ ma dee wax ne hey ma ne waa ji kaa ma jox la $10,000 pour nga firil ma ko munuma $100,000 soo ma ko joxee du ma ko firi munuma lii ma ne ko naam munuma du ma ko firi fii laa si am waaye dene daal mun naa la wax ne lii lañ fa bi da moo nekk taxaru min ha innaka rajimun te sa turu mu fa ma ne ko okay then that's fine, thank you very much. Then I go round to thousands of people. Kenn nagu ko firi beneen kayit bu tilim bi waaye kenn dafa wax ne munuma lii liggéey bambara la munuma bambara ñoo dee liggéey bi lii malien ñoo dee def lii munoo waaye lu ma wax tam mu nekk liggéey bi lii yëpp nothing among this is good ba pare liggéey xërëm la liggéey ooyee jalang munuma lii liggéey xërëm la loolu laa la si mun a wax but it's not good and you are very 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 lucky because I took it to another man. He said to me, who did this? I said my family. He said to who? I said to me. He said you? I said yes. He said you? I said yes. He said to me, I cannot give you medicine because you are a marabout of your own. And I have never seen anyone to whom this is being done to and they survive it. God has protected you.
7 to 8 years now since you believe that this thing was done, and you still survive it, despite you facing challenges here and there, going to hospital and then spending money. You also talk about at some points wanting to commit suicide because this betrayal came from people who you supported and who you love from the bottom of your heart, and you never imagined that these things will come to you. Do you reveal these secrets of wanting to commit suicide to any of your friends?
No, I have never revealed that. Never. I have, because I was definitely trying to stay strong. I was trying all my best to keep it low. I was trying all my best to keep it strong. Because as the saying goes in English, if you are surrounded by vultures, don't allow to die, because when you die, they will eat you. So this is what I was also believing in. Also, there is this verse in the Quran, whether I am saying it correct or wrong. Innahu yakiduna kaidan wa akidu kaida. You man, you are planning your plan, but the only God is also planning His plan. So I was also believing that. So that was also giving me strength. And also I have been also believing in one verse in the Quran. Whether I pronounce it wrong or correct, it says it's, every hardship is followed by pleasure, and that is I forgot the yeah. It's in Alam Nasr Allah Kasara Lazi An Hadza Warafana. So innamal history, so innamal history is every hardship is followed by pleasure. So I was also believing in that. And whenever I also open the Quran again, I see those ayahs saying is in this ayah آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله. It is saying there that yàlla du dee teg kenn loo xam ne antalul ko. So dama dee su ma gisee yore dama dee gën a feel strong ma ne waaye xaaral rek I'll just keep moving. Maybe one day the truth shall come to the in the worst.
I can see that during this hardship, the Quran has been your greatest motivations, because you have no one who was supporting you around, and then you've been fight by your own family. But then with the anytime you open the Quran, you feel motivated in order for you to strive hard in order to overcome these challenges that you have been facing. So at this point, when you discover, because I read this story on a particular online platforms in which at the initial stage you suspected your stepdad and you kicked him out of the house.
Yes. Okay. When I removed this from my home, then as in our culture, we cannot believe our mothers will do that to us or our fathers. Then I said, since this man is not my born father, he is the one who must have done this. Then I kicked him out. That was the time when my brother came to me and said, you are accusing our stepdad, but then it's not him. It is my mother who used to give this to me to bury it. But when I was doing this, she never told me what it was. What she used to tell me was, wow, protect Kirgi, but he himself, the brother, never knew it was a bad thing. So then I went back to my stepdad and apologized to him with the support of elders from the village. The imam was part of it. So I apologized to him. But in doing so was not to say that he's 100% innocent. No, he was not. But because I was trying to apply Islamically, when I trouble you, when I suspect you of stealing my pen, for example, and then Mr. X coming from there to say the pen is not stolen by you, but it's by Mr. Y, of course, then I owe you an apology. Then I went and apologized to him. Yes. So this is what I did. Even though I am not a religious person, but I always try to think the best way. So that is why I applied that method. So yeah, then he revealed to me it was being buried by him. But why I thought also was my stepdad is because the depth that I had to dig, my mother at that age cannot dig that deep. So I went out one on one. I said, "This is not my mother. This must be a man. Only a man is able to dig this deep." That was why I suspected him. But then to understand that again from my brother, then I understand. Okay, my brother can also dig this far. When he said it was done by my mom.
The digging was done by your mom, right? That's what he said. He told you.
No. He said the digging was done by my brother. Said the digging was done by him. I said I can believe you because the depth my mother cannot dig that deep. And I agreed with him to say, yeah, then you are right.
At this point, were you convinced enough that your stepdad may not even be aware of what has been going on?
He knows. He knows that. My reason of saying that on that particular day when I came home digging this, he came and saw me. He said to me, "Yow lakan, manako man la diw sangam." Munuma loy def ni, manako dafa am luma set. Munuma loy set, manako haral suma ko gisee dina la ko wax. Then he went straight inside the bedroom. He never came out again until I completed digging and left. He never commented even a single word until today.
the night?
Yeah, I think this was between I was going to say this was between 10 to 2 p.m. because it was in the morning. Then when I removed this, I went to the neighbors, all the neighbors around. I saw them. They said, "La ilaha illallah." We understand that something was going on, but we cannot say it because you are family, and also it's like mënuñ ko wax daal du dee mën a wax waaw so but I had so many witnesses. I saw everybody ñoom ñëpp xam nañ you know so dañ ma dee wax ne rek yow yàlla mu la musal yàlla mu la musal yàlla mu la musal waaw waaye digga li nga wax loolu moo nekk si kayit bi borom ak négocier they know. Of course they didn't go further in commenting waaye ñu ne lii ñaaw na trop because sa doom mu defal la lu toll nii amuloo dara loo def si kooku lu dul tàggale ko ak njabootam teg ko feebar teg ko fitna daaxa ko si kër gi fii kër goo xam ne moom moo la ko defal ne la nga toog fii mu ne ma ñu ne lii ñaaw na trop so ñoom loolu rek la nga that is all they used to say and then at that.
Now, looking at our cultures, in most cases, even Islam, give children so much warning for them to respect their parents. Do you believe after having these issues with your parents, still now, you as a young man will accord them that respect with dignity, and also will you trust them again?
My brother, I will start by saying this. That day I said to my mom that nit yi dañ dee wax ne soo ñàkkee sa yaay dang dee soona si àdduna ma ne ko waaye man dund naa 8 years gisuma yaay so loolu dafa def si man dara loo xamante ne you know man dama foog ne sax musuma am yaay ma wax ko si téléphone after ma call ko si the same day ma ne ko ne nit yi dañ dee jooy yaay su génnee àdduna waaye man dama jooy yaay fekk mu ngi dunda waaw ma ne ko dama jooy yaay fekk mu ngi dunda because dafa dee wax yu ñaaw yoo xamante ne moo nekk lan sa sikimi biir yi nii yow da ngaa saxaar rek te doo tàkka fekk time boobu noonu affaire bi génnaagut yow da ngaa saxaar rek te doo tàkka naka la tuddaati yow doo tekki dara ba pare alhamdulilah sax juruma la yow kenn loolu yëpp I keep it low I keep it down I leave it to God so what I used to say is ma ne ko mais su fekkente ne man dama xeeb suma waajur wala dama tuutil suma famille waxu ma ne ko borom xel yi laa wax de borom bët yi ñu ngay gis borom xel yi dinañ understand waaye borom noppay ñu ngay dégga so this is what I said and I forget it waaye there is no way in my life boo xamante ne waxuma keneen de waaye that family not my brothers but presently those ones at home there is no way in my life that I can ever trust them loolu moom dafa jeex takk loolu is set and done loolu is set and done.
You to offer them the support that the religion dictates you to do, like whenever you can to support your parents.
Yes, that whenever I have it, not if I don't, but whenever I have it, I have a witness who can attest to that. That I do, but I have told them even when I die, I don't want any one of them to be the person to be part of my burial. That I don't want. Yeah, if they can throw me, if a dead person, when a dead person is responsible by the family to bury that one, I want them if they bring my dead body to, and if whenever I die, and then you be part of the people to come and bury me, if I can pray to God to give me the life just to come up to say to tell you don't be part of them and die again, then I would do that. I don't want to see you around my coffin.
So what advice do you have to people, especially in most cases we understand that a lot of people when they travel they started having family issues because many people believe that Mr. X, Y and Z are the cause of this, why Mr. Y is not helping me and here and there. So what advice do you have to people out there and also those in the Gambia who are living with their families?
This is one of the biggest bone of contention in our society today. Because danga am jabar nga bàyyi ko si kër gi soo amutee xaalis amuloo xaalis moom kenn du la kee sa jabar wala kee la yow sa bopp ba soo andee jabar yàlla wërsagal la tuuti nga andi sa jabar si kër gi loo ko defal gars yi ñu ngi ko teg bët spécially waxuma yaay yi yëpp de waaye bëri na si yaay yi bëri na si sista yi loo defal sa jabar ñu ne kii lu mu am yëpp jabaram la ko de jox loolu dafa tas sëy yu bëri soo jëndalee sa jabar soo jëlee for exemple 100,000 nga jox ko sa yaay wala nga jox ko sa famille dañoo wax ne jël na 200,000 jox ko jabaram wala ki nga xamante ne yaa ngi koo defal soo koy may 10 dalasi dafaa jël 8 dalasi bi dënd la seen liggéey pour nga di ko jox par 100,000 loolu tam dafa am waaw so my advice would be I just want people to learn from this. Bu kenn andi benn story si platform in anywhere nga ne loolu mënut a am fi ma starté mooy papa mu ngi bëgg biiral doomam papa biiral na doomam mag biiral na raka biiral na mag doom tëdd na ak yaay tëdd na ak doom so su fekkee lii yëpp mun na moo am dama xamatut léegi lan moo mënut a am so lu ma wax every person moo nekk ne loo mun si lu baax defal waaye nga bàyyi sa xel bu baax a baax ne it's difficult to know who to trust ba pare ñi dee def façon yooyu ngay liggéey nit pour mu di laa jox ngir yàlla ñu bàyyi ko waaw nga am sa xarit sa jabar wala sa doom be it any person mu lay may ngir yàlla lim la may doyloo ko nga bàyyi di def yooyu si yëfi sëriñ xaaral ma liggéey ko mu yokka mu di ma jox man kenn te loolu you know it or not every person koo xamante ni what they call successful right now be you in Gambia in Europe or anywhere gars yi ñu ngi def si yow pour ku ne pour nekkaa nga def si yow pour nga di leen jox so nañ bàyyi loolu sa doom su ekkatee spécially ñun ñu nekk fi Europe bi li ñoo dunda ñun xam nañ ko wax moo baaxut su ma benn koto daf doon wax loolu mooy li asgor di dundee yàlla bu ko saay-saay xam waaw li asgor di dundee yàlla bu ko saay-saay xam sa doom su ekkati dale si mu jox la ñaanal ko wala fi dañ koy wax ne kuy raam di la yóbbaale su taxawee rek boot la soo léegi nañ bàyyi façon liggéeyante yu bon yooyu boroom xam-xam bi dégg naa mu di ko wax mu ne képp koo xam ne yaxakat nga sa mujjantel moo nekk di nga yaaxu baay foos loolu yàlla moo ko wax te dellu ci ginnaaw képp koo xam ne dañ dee yaaxa sa mujjantel mooy di nga yaaxu waaw lii laa am lu ma wax ba pare soo gisee ma andi lii fii affaire bi li def si suma yaram bi man xaw ma fu moo ñëw ëllëg xaw ma fan la moo ñëw egg si suma njaboot gi tam because ñoom xale ndaw amaguñ sax 15 years ëllëg fu mu leen di yóbbu man xaw ma ko waaye seen ñoom tam they are part of this waaw amuñ sax 15 years so léegi li tax ma andi lii moo nekk ëllëg lépp loo xam ne waaye gis na ko si man mu nekk si man wala nekk si suma njaboot nga xam ne jógee yow si man suma famille ñoo ma ko def waaye rawatina suma yaay suma raka bu jigéen ak suma papa bu ndaw ba pare mairie itam nañ bàyyi benn affaire boobu is very 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 serious in the families today yàlla mu ne képp ku fi dee ñun ñëpp dinañ dee moom mooy doonu lépp waaye ñun ñu nekk fi si kaw suuf képp ku fi dee tam dinañ la doonu mu xam sa jabar yi la sa doom yi la sa kër la dinañ ko doonu waaye yow nag si yàlla defee sa jëkkër génn na àdduna ngir yàlla ak yonente bi ni ko sariya waxee si suma xam-xam bu ndaw déggooyee la ak sa doom yi su fekkee yow da nga gisal sa boppa nit ki nga xam ne bugga nga ko ooyal sa doom ne ko man de diw sàngam laa buggal suma boppa waaye léegi nag yéen laay déglu loo leen si wax ba pare su kooku ñëwee xamal ne doom yi nga am dañ am xol ñoom tam am na yenn affaire yi soo ko defee rek dañoo xalaat seen papa te loolu dafa andi problème waaw waxuñ ne bu leen dunda bu correct de waaye am na yoo xam ne maanaam ma boole ko ak respect because sa doom moom loo ko te du sa xaj waaw doom nawle la soo lii tam ñu bàyyi ko xel daf dee andi problème yu bëri ba pare may wax si gars yi tam daal nañ dolli daal di bàyyi xel te muslu yàlla musal ñu si seytaane xam naa ne mun na am na kuy dunda lu ëpp lu may dunda waaye man nag ku nekk li gars yi de wax rek ku nekk sa bés ngay tollool man nag suma boss dama tolloog moom te xam naa ne métti na te aw ma si benn dimbal lu dul yàlla lépp noonu yàlla moo ma ko woon sëriñ wonoon ma ko kenn wonoon ma ko yàlla moo ma ko woon génne naa saraxi xar saraxi béy saraxi nak saraxi ganaar saraxi lépp laa génnee dara mu ta sotti yoo xam ne dañ ma ko tegtal ci sëriñ waaye sëriñ itam xew ma woon seen liggéey waaye bi yàlla pare sarax bi ma génneeloo is less than $500 ma jënd ko génnee ko affaire bi pam lu ma bëggoon gis ma gis ko so maa ngi ñaanal bépp mbokki jullit yàlla na yàlla defal jàmm képp koo xam ne yaa ngay dem si wàlli sëriñ ngir yàlla utal lu lay yóbbu kanam waaye bu ut lu yóbbu sa morom ginnaaw because ki nga yaaxani tey ki nga jéem a yaaxani tey ëllëg mun na doon sa garab waaw olof njaay mu ne nit mooy garabam waaye ëlbateku doon posonam waaye man gëm naa loolu ku nekk nag mun na nekk poson baay mun na nekk poson si doom yaay mun na nekk poson si doom am na ñu naan la waaw sa yaay su la bëggoon a rey daf laa rey depuis taami xale déedéet du demee noonu de kooku su fekkee yàlla dafa bindoon ne il faut mu am 30 years wala 40 wala 50 dina egga foofu te doo ko rey waaw because bakkan bi si loxo yàlla la nekk waaye because yaa ko jur rek da nga ko bëgg a rey ko ma xool lu waa mu fi tam so bul wax ne waaw sa yaay su la bëggoon rey rek daf laa rey at that it's not possible that is not true I don't believe in that because yàlla moo predestined you should live 10 20 30 40 50 70 you name it waaye jur sa doom rek su ma la bëggoon ma rey la déedéet loolu taxut bakkan yàllaa ko amee so yal nañ yàlla defal jaama ëllëg ak si biir ku ñëwaat di wax yii ngir yàlla ngeen déglu ko ak xel te bañ ko déglu ak xol waaw ngeen déglu ko ak xel bañ ko déglu ak xol waaw because am na loo xam ne mu ngi si suma sëriñ mus na koo waare si Omar bu Njëng yal na ko yàlla yërëm may ko arjana sama njabootam mu ne si biir waareem su ma juumutee mus nañoo dem si dëkki nasaraan yi léegi biñ fa demee mu ne dëkkin bi gaay fekk si biir nasaraan yi maanaam tubaab yi wala ñu gëmut yàlla ñi nekkul si diina islam daal mu ne dëkkin bi gaay dëkkee mu ne loolu dëkkini julit la waaye ñun jëmi julit bi jëma bi di lëkk ñun ñoo ko am waaye jikko bi mu ngi si tubaab yi mu ngi si ñooñu kon nga xam ne loolu doy na waar trop ñun ñu am jëma bi waaye dunda bi amuñ ko loolu doy na waar de fii tubaab bi soo defee dara ñoom amuñ ay waaw dogali yàlla tubaab amuñ dogali yàlla xam nga la am sa dogal la da nga koo fay you pay for it you have to pay for it and that is what is sharia ku def dara ñu jaarale ko si yoon suñ ko doon defee ku nekk dina muytu so yal nañu yàlla defal jàmm te kontaan naa si bi ngeen ma joxe this opportunity pour ma mun a explain lu xew yàlla bu mu dal suma beneen morom li si nekk si man tam maa ngi sàkku ñaan si mboolem jullit koo xamante ne dégg nga meeting bi xibaar bi ngir yàlla te am nga sa xam-xam mun maa dimbale maa ngi sàkku seen dimbal xeebuma kenn xeebuma leen waaw képp ku lii dalagul nag yàlla bum la dal yal na la yàlla sàmm sa njaboot yal na la yàlla sàmm lépp lu nekk si yow waaye lu ngeen mun a def si lu baax si seen waajur yi def leen rek waaw loolu yàlla moo ko defee waaw yàlla moo ko defee innahu yakiduna kaydan wa akidu kayda yow doomi aadama yaa ngi fexe sa fexe waaye yàlla mu ne moom pexem nag mooy am so ku si gis ne tam am na ñu mun a xalaatee ndax xel yi amuñ di xalaat ne waaw kii dafa ñëw fi reveal famille man revealu ma de yàlla moo reveal because man liñ def man maa ñëw ma gis ko kon loolu yàlla moo ko reveal te képp kuy def lu bon yàlla moo laa reveal doomi aadama mënut laa reveal because time bu moo dox it was not reveal waaye yàlla moo ko génnee nag ba exiloo ko fii wane ne kii lañ ko def kii moo ko génnee dama dee sant yàlla tam si benn affaire su ma yóbbu woon foofu sëriñ bi mu génnee ko dañoo wax ne batuta and everybody will agree with me dañoo wax ne batuta waaye du batuta de man maa ko génneel suma bopp ak suma loxo maa def suma sarax maa ko génnee maa ko gisal suma bopp li nekk si kayit bi bëri na ba pare képp koo xamante ne daal mun ngaa am loo may dimbalee daal not financially waaye comme tegtal yi sambul nii defal na ni wala kaay ma defal na nii kaay nii loolu tam I appreciate it waaw loolu I appreciate it yeah so maa ngi gërëm Gambia yëpp ak képp ko mun a seetaan ak foo mun a nekk nga xam ne lii mooy suma experience waaw so yéen tam maa leen di wax jërëjëf di ñaanal waa Vodoo network yàlla leen fi yàlla yàggal fi ngeen bugg a egg si seen xol yi yéen a ko xam yàlla leen ko yàlla defal si barke alquran yàlla bu leen am noon waaye yàlla bu noon mun si yéen dara waaw yàlla na yàlla seetal suufi Gambia sàmma ñu sàmma suñu waajur yi yàggal leen fi li ñuy def si lu baax ñu jàpp ko te yokk ko te di ñaanal seen doom yi nag ku la jox dara si rek jëlal nga ñaanal ko because fii kuy def du yóbbu dara doo yóbbu tus man kër googu ma tabax noonu suma yaay moo taxoon ma tabax ko munoon naa ko tabax ma dem nekk fa man kenn waaye defuma ko suma jabar tubaab bi bu ma buggee yóbbu dama ko ne ma ne ko man du ma dem Europe te suma waa kër toogu ko rek billahi wallahi taala yàlla moom suma seede mënuma doo dem ma ne ko xalaatuma ko sax bàyyi ma fii ma dee ak suma famille waaye du ma dem so si la wax ne ok léegi dinaa la jëndal kër bi suñ ko tabaxee pare nga doo ko dem ma ne ko waaw xanaa loolu waaye lu ko mooy dew ma noonu la kër gi tabaxee noonu la kër gi amee dañ ko tabax pare mu complete man ma doo ko dem waaye ni kon damaa toog ma dee Gambie ak suma famille waaye du ma dem fenn because I feel that I owe to my family. I lost my father. Now I have to step in with the foot of a father. So moo tax bu ma tabaxee kër gi ku nekk da nga am sa place foo dëkka du góor du jigéen ku nekk sa néegi boobu waaye lii lañ ma fay nag waaye bàyyi naa leen ak yàlla su fekkee yàlla bi ñuy jaamu benn la yàlla amul santa yal na yàlla leeral yëpp te su ma leen njëkkee dee vidéo bi dina fi des baalalu ma leen aaxa ba ilaa yow mi diin suñ ma njëkkee dee ba ilaa yow mi diin baalalu ma leen aaxa lii laay tëjee suma wax baalalu ma leen aaxa tey baalalu ma leen aaxa ëllëg baalalu ma leen aaxa gannaaw ëllëg yàlla leen ko yàlla woon ba àdduna yëpp gis ko xam ne dañ ma tooñ ba yàlla xam ko waaw dañ ma tooñ ba pare def seen def ba pare ñu waxaat ba ko si gémmiñ wax ba ko live te duma fi dara waaw so maa leen di wax jërëjëf.
And to the viewers, thank you so much for being with us. You all have heard this emotional story of this individual who all these things were committed to him by his family, and it's really disappointing for someone to witness such from people whom you love so much and you have a blood connection with them. But this is all we have for you in this interview, and stay tuned. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Thank you so much. I'm Dauda Balde. Bye for now.